Welcome to Kinnick Stadium in Iowa City, a black and gold mosh pit where the Hawkeyes are ready to swarm. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Hawkeyes will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Badgers offense takes the field for the first time today. Two programs very similar in their DNA, rugged and tough, sort of epitomizing the Heartland and playing for the Heartland Trophy.
It's an old rivalry, but a relatively new trophy in this game. And trust me, Wisconsin, Iowa, they don't care that it's new. It's another thing to put in their trophy case, and both teams want it.
Yeah, everybody wants the trophies. I think it's always fun, but more importantly, you want the bragging rights that come with it. Rivalry games matter. They matter to fans, they matter to players, they matter to coaches. That every game's the same nonsense, it's not true.
The inside handoff. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. And off to Jones. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Wisconsin's had a long list of great running backs, but those big fellas up front, that's a pipeline to pro football.
Unbelievable. Joe Thomas would be proud. Just paving the way, just physical. They always can block the run game so well, and they're going to establish it. Every game Wisconsin plays, they're going to run the football.
Got room at the 35. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. To the air on first down. Can't find his man as he... Shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Last time these two teams met, not much doubt as Wisconsin jumped around and jumped all over them, blowing out Iowa.
They destroyed them. You're right. It was over before the jump around even needed to be played and the tradition needed to be unleashed. They knew the game was in hand. Wisconsin took control. Jesse, Iowa better feel some kind of way about that.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It was embarrassing for them. I remember on social media seeing all the Iowa Hawkeyes players in the NFL wearing Wisconsin jerseys from their Badger teammates in those locker rooms. It was not a fun day for Hawkeye fans. Hasn't been a fun year. They've got to flip the script.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So Iowa's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And you want to talk about dudes who can bring the heat off the edge, David? Both of these teams have somebody that can do just that.
That's so much fun. They get off the rock and they get in the backfield and get to quarterbacks. Make them feel uncomfortable, get them to the ground. These guys change the way offenses are playing the game.
These offensive coordinators better help out their quarterback. These guys need to be double-teamed with tight ends and running backs. You let these guys go one-on-one, you're asking to get sacked.
He wants to pass it on second down. Fires left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Out of the gun, the running back has it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Some of the oldest rivalries in the sport come from the Midwest, and the Big Ten, and Wisconsin and Iowa have been going at it since 1896, guys.
Yeah, and for years and years and years, regardless of whether you're a fan of Big Ten football or you're not, or these two schools, if you like hard-nosed physical football, 3-yard in a cloud of dust, good defense, this is your game, and for over 100 years now, fans have been tuning into that.
Well, and I think the competitive nature of this game, too, like the series is almost tied. It's almost identical records, so it just shows you it's going to be a great game, similar styles, and then bragging rights at the end.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Badgers. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
14, Iowa, 0.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse. Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. This offense has a second down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Scanning the field, it's fired. Release to the back. It's on target and complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run the football, and they still did a great job being physical. Third downs has been such a struggle for this offense. Bottom 50, one of the worst in college football. Nice job on that play.
On second and goal, he gets another chance. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. It's the end of the first quarter, and now time for one of the great traditions in college football, when the entire crowd here in Iowa City will turn and give a wave to the children at the University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Everyone engaged, and we wave and salute those kids and wish them all the best. Always a treat to be here at Iowa and take part in a special moment. I hope these kids enjoy the rest of the game as we play on into the second quarter. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's fired. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. That's caught. It's English. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Iowa. A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The give to the back. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
On second down, looking to throw. Using the quick game. Tackle is made after the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into the ring.
Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Pressure's there and he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. One of the things that makes college football unique, the cool trophy. 72-pound brass bowl here, guys.
72-pound brass bull. I'm not sure how they thought of that, but it's kind of cool looking. Bulls are kind of tough. I guess everybody, when you have a good rivalry, Palmer, I guess you need a good trophy to go with.
Yeah, and I think one of the cool things about the Big Ten is you got all these trophy games, and now we're adding new ones to the mix. I'm all for it, man. Big brass bowl stand. Good news is both of these teams, Wisconsin and Iowa, they've got a lot of big linemen that can carry that 70-plus pound trophy back to their trophy stand if they win.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Trying to run it in. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it here on third and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into it.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
Coming out with it, it's Barry Johnson. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
And he intercepts it. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires it. He makes a catch. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
And that's why this guy's a complete running back. He's good between the tackles, he can pass block, but he can also run routes. And we're not just talking about screens or swing routes. This guy gets vertical down the field, and he can run the route tree.
Worked it down to the 22-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
28, Iowa, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity to create some momentum, cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the third quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Badger. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
Snags it over the middle. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I need to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Hawkeyes are in the red zone. Coming after him. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. They're bringing heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Never a doubt. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over FIU. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. Fresh set of downs after the completion. He's looking to throw it. Spits it out to the back. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. A new set of downs after the completion. Back to pass. It's fired. Still looking on the move. Had to throw it before he wanted. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, and your first job is to affect the quarterback and try to get him off his spot. They get him off his spot, he gets outside the pocket, and a nice job chasing, not quitting, getting to the quarterback, and still getting a good lick as he's throwing the football.
Quick strike complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And the Badgers have it in scoring position on first and goal. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. Got it! And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Yeah, and I tell you what, when you stick these fast suckers in the slot, they don't have to be big. But you get those guys that are so quick in the slot, they can get great matchups, and I can get the ball to them quick because they're such dynamic playmakers.
Got it in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. The Badgers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your...
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it first and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Use the play fake, now to throw. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down. And the Hawkeyes have taken it inside the 20. Back to the ground game on the left. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
They move the tight end all over. He wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Brings up second and goal.
After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Iowa!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Touchdown, Wisconsin.
On Wisconsin is pushed out to a big lead as they take command against the Hawkeyes.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, obviously, they can feel the bull heading their way, right? Like starting to take the lead late in the game. This is what they want to do anyways. They want to play bully ball. They want to go get that trophy, Palmer, and finish this with Wisconsin style.
Yeah, David, you're right. Back in Madtown, there's someone right now in the trophy case kind of making some room. They're kind of clearing some space for the big 70-plus pound Heartland trophy. You can feel it all going Wisconsin's way here in the second half.
Looking to go up top on first down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your second sack. It's only the third quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
Wants to throw on second down. Going downfield for the big play. It's complete. A huge pickup.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. DB's right up on the receivers. Give to the running back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Now the defense has got it going the other way. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Hawkeye! The defense with the scoop and score. That ball was squirting around on the field, finally corralled by the defense, and they turn it into 6.
And it's so hard defensively. Do I jump on it and make sure I get it, or do I scoop it up and try to make the big play? He chose to scoop it up, and it pays off, makes the big play, gets the touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10, and the returner will be knocked down. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. I know they put up really good numbers on offense, but, David, they're starting to feel a little game pressure right now.
Exactly. That scoreboard's starting to get a little bit tighter cutting into that lead. Now, you know every possession matters, Palmer. A little pressure for this offense.
Yeah, and so you can't get tight, right? The best players on this offense now need to step up, and they need to start making plays. You got to identify where those one-on-ones are.
To the ground with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
They'll leave it with him. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
The give to the back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots. But right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
The give to the tailback. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Catch in the middle. It's Barry Johnson. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. Target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll go to the ground. And brought down, looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking for a man. It's Byard. Makes the grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that. And here on a critical 3rd down late in the game with the lead, Geston shows up with another big one. That bad.
Trying to pound their way in. Touchdown, Badgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point splits the uprights. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man downfield. Oh, look out! Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
How easy was that? I mean, when you got a quarterback that can run designed runs like this and get you 5+ yards just and make it look that easy, God, it makes it really hard for the defenses to stop.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. A little release to the back. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Third down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Third down play from the gun. Pressure coming. Trying to get rid of it. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys up.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
I know that was tough, but as a quarterback, you got to know on 4th down, you cannot take a sack. Any way, shape, or form, you've got to be able to get rid of that football and give it an opportunity. That time, I know it wasn't blocked perfect, but the quarterback's got to have more sense of urgency.
And this defense has got to make a play, right? It's the 4th quarter, we're trailing. You know this offense, they're going to get conservative. They want to eat that clock. You got to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to make plays. Got to get that football back.
They want that clock to run. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that 1st down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
The first down pass.
In on him after a good return on the interception. Timeout called by...
Timeout.
Their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Getting some heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. The Hawkeyes headed quickly to the line. These corners going to give these receivers some space. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. The sure hands, it's Jones. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? This is what got this team in this position to win this game. Taking shots. Here we are in the 4th quarter. They've got the lead. Why stop now?
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense. Now, they got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. Caught near the sticks. It's English. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. New set of downs after that completion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Throwing right. Makes the grab. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the 4th quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Finds his target down the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Catch in the middle, it's Mitchell. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Wisconsin.
Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
Well, as a quarterback, when you get to the outside, you know you don't have all day to throw it. You've got these defenders. They are coming. They're running at you hard. So you've got to do a better job getting the ball out quicker. That hit forced the incompletion.
Touchdown, Wisconsin! And the punishment has been extended. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.